Welcome back to Joe's Math Tools, where math is made easy. In our session today, this is part 2 on dividing an improper fraction by a proper fraction. And if you already see how this is done, let's get started. So today we are going to be calculating our improper fraction being divided by our proper fraction. And this is part 2. And remember that if you haven't seen part 1, make sure to go back and watch that video. In that session, we just did the strict multiplication and simplified at the end. But in this session, we're going to simplify our fraction first before we even begin multiplying. So let's go through our steps. Remember that when dividing fractions, we always keep our first fraction the same. We change that division into multiplication, and we're going to take the reciprocal or flip our second fraction where our denominator moves to our numerator and our numerator moves to the denominator. Now at this step, because I do have a common factor in 2 and 30, I will be simplifying those two numbers by dividing both of them by 2. And remember that whenever you are simplifying a fraction, remember that it has to be between a numerator and a denominator. It can be across fractions or within the same fraction, but it just has to be two fractions that has the same factor, and it has to be a numerator and denominator. So let's get started. So 2 divided by 2 will equal to 1. 30 divided by 2 will equal to 15. And what I'm going to do now, which you do not have to, but just to provide a little clarity as I'm working through my question, I am going to rewrite the fraction. I'm going to put back first the numbers we did not touch. And now I'm going to write in those numbers that we did simplify. So 30 was reduced to 15. And our 2 was reduced to 1. So now let's multiply these numbers together. Remember that we're multiplying numerator and numerator. And when 15 is multiplied to 5, we're going to get 75. 7 times 1 will equal to 7. And now we're going to simplify our fraction by converting it into a mixed fraction form because 75 and 7 does not have any common factors. So we're going to divide 7 into 75, which would equal to 10, because I know that 7 times 10 is 70. And 70 means that I have a remainder of 5. And remember that the denominator of 7 will always remain the same. And remember that if you know how to convert your mixed fractions into an improper fraction, that's a good way for you to also check your answer to make sure the calculation is correct. Because remember that 7 times 10 is 70, and 70 plus 5 is equal to 75. So that means that this conversion is correct. And as always, I hope this video helped you with whatever question that you were working out as relates to dividing fractions. Remember, as always, get some practice in, practice your conversion, and practice simplifying your fractions. And then when you're ready, make sure to join me in the next video on Jules Math Tools, where we aim to make math easy.